What is up, guys? This is the Phantom coming to you with a new deck profile of a kind of more of a original idea on my part. Yeah, I know Jared always preaches that, but anyway, so it's Graydle, Traptrix, Assault Halberd deck. So you may be like, what the hell is this shit? What is this guy even playing? So with one rotor, this deck is definitely not as good, but it's like a really generic power deck. It's not that great against Magic Spectres simply because it plays Graydles and the Graydle engine is faintly huge. So I don't know what you're gonna do if you play against Magic Spectres, but besides that, this deck's pretty good. I tested it on DN for like an hour last night. It worked pretty well. So moving into the deck, we're playing first we're playing double card D and double Ramello. So you may be asking, why the hell is he playing card D? Well, I wanted to play card D just as a draw card, a power card, because you get to play your turn, and I don't know. Well, you do play a lot of normal summons in this deck, so it's just good to have one that you want ones that get you to resources instead of just your opponent's cards. Yeah, so these are like all the +1 cards. I was considering doing 3 Ramello, 1 card D, but I feel like this ratio is better. This probably will change. Like, I'm probably going to maybe change a couple of engines up, add maybe a couple of engines, you know. Things change. Next thing we're playing is triple Assault Halberd and the 1 DD Warrior Lady. So this is like standard engine for Rhoda. But something really cool you can do in this deck is like be able to special summon your Assault Halberd, then normal summon this, and you can just, it doesn't matter what happens, you do +1 anyways. And then you have so many options from here. You can overlay, you can go in for damage. It's just really good. You can also special summon Assault Halberd to bait out cards, and then summon your Morella. So this card is definitely very good. Anyways, moving into the Graydles, I'm playing 3 Alligator, double Eagle, and 1 Cobra. So I feel like this is like one of the, like, maybe not the best ratio, but definitely like one of the best ratios. I like this ratio just because I didn't want to play too many Graydles, and I felt like this was the perfect number. I was just wondering which ones to play, and I felt like because most destruction is kind of just monster effects, as far as Cosmo goes, or they run you over, so this can just do a lot against them. And even Cosmo, like this, the Graydles are not that great, so Graydles are not that great against everything, but they're still pretty okay. So, like, they're not that great against Magic Spectres, but I like them better than the hands in most cases. Unless you're playing against Magic Spectre, then the hands are definitely better. However, I don't have the hands, so. But something cool you can do in this deck is if you have a Graydle and an Assault Halberd, you can special summon the Assault. This is what like kind of was like the theory base of this deck. So you can special summon the Assault Halberd, normal summon the Graydle. Oh, oops, I'm on 100% charge. Normal summon the Graydle and crash the Graydle into your opponent's monster, take it, and then attack with both, which is really good because you get both a plus. It's like, yeah, it's like a +1 essentially, but you get your opponent's monster too. And if it's a rank 4, you can do even more with that. So yeah, and then oops. Moving into like the last monster is 1 Thunder King and 1 Maxi. So you may be asking why only 1 Maxi. 1, I don't only have 1 because this card's getting up to $18. And 2, I wanted to try 1 Shared Ride, 1 Maxi, because, well, I wanted to main these cards, but I didn't know if I want to main 2 Maxi or 2 Shared Ride, because Shared Ride's like insanely good against Magic Spectres, and Maxi isn't that great. Like, it's good, but it depends how they pendulum summon. And if you use it preemptively, they're probably not going to pendulum summon. So Shared Ride's more effective that way. But against Cosmo, Maxi's definitely Maxi's better than Shared Ride in that case. Or, yeah, against Cosmo. So I don't know which one I'm going to play eventually. However, I do want like 3 of each as soon as possible. Or maybe 2 Maxi, 3 Shared Ride, just because Maxis are getting kind of expensive. So yeah, that's like the monsters and the Shared Ride. That's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, around 16 monsters. I may have miscounted, but it's fine. 1 Shared Ride, and Moving into a little bit more of the spells is Double Pot of Duality. I wanted kind of a card that could just push you through the deck. And without Rhoda, this deck just, like, this is kind of the replacements for the other Rhoda. Just because, like, now that Rhoda's gone, you want to find a way to get into these cards. Like, realistically enough, you don't actually want to see Rhoda that fast. I'd rather, like, you don't want to see Rhoda that fast because it loses you one access to Warrior. Like, even if you draw Rhoda or DD Warrior Lady against most matchups, it's actually kind of bad because now you lose that option to have versatility between this card. Like, it's not that bad realistically, but you lose versatility between this card. So yeah, this is for next format, which is, oh, it just entered today, so I don't know. Next thing we're playing is Double Instant View. This is a cool card, of course, as always. And Double Graydle Impact. I might put this up to 3. This card is just insanely good. But what I find with this card is that you only need 2 because as soon as you draw 1, you can just add the other one as a failsafe, and you can just keep adding cards. So that's what I find. Like, I find this card really good, but if you play it at 3, I feel like it's just too excessive for a deck that only plays 6 Graydles. But I don't know. This card gets you to Graydles, and it uses Graydles very effectively, so I feel like this card's very strong. Like, this is probably one of the best cards in the deck for that reason. Also, you can do a lot of cool plays with this. If your opponent's got like 2 monsters or a monster in a back row, you can normal summon like your alligator, or special summon your assault halberd. Activate your impact. Impact the way your alligator, pop the back row, steal the monster, attack in with both, and then get your plus off of this. So the whole deck is basically revolved around getting a plus off of Assault Halberd. I might be considering playing Thousand Blades right now, but I think that like Assault Halberd is really good just to play at 3. So yeah. And the last card's One Soul Charge because I feel like this card's way too good not to play. Moving into the rest of the cards, we're playing Triple Fiendish Chain. I feel like this card's really good too. Still really good. It's not that great against Magic Specters, but nothing really is, so. Triple Call of the Haunted. Double Mirror Force. I'm playing this over the Blazing Mirror Force because I always want to be able to activate this card. So, yeah. I tested the other one over this, but I just always like this one better just because I always wanted to be able to activate this card no matter how much, like... Because with the Blazing Mirror Force, how it works is, like, how you deal damage to both players. Like, yeah, that's definitely really good, but this deck can't push for damage as well as most decks can. Like, even in Yugioh, like, I like to hold my Mirror Force, but against, like, very well I like to hold my Mirror Force. But with Blazing Mirror Force, the thing is, like, you have to activate the Mirror Force immediately, because if you take that much damage, you just can't. So if I were to take, like, my opponent had, I don't know, let's say, generic situation, my opponent had, Farm Girl, no, not Farm Girl, that's a little bit, okay, my opponent was playing, sorry, this is actually really hard for me, yeah, let's just say Cosmo. So my opponent has, like, Farm Girl, no cards in hand, Forerunner, another, let's say just, yeah, Farm Girl, Forerunner. Right, no cards in, like, 2 cards in hand, or 2 cards set, no cards in hand. If in that situation I would have had Blazing Mirror Force, I could have definitely dealt them damage, and maybe it would have killed them, maybe it wouldn't have. But in that situation, Mirror Forcing them would be much better because now my second Mirror Force is still live, where with Blazing Mirror Force, if you activate one, in that position, the other one wouldn't be live, I believe. I don't know. But I just think I like Mirror Force better just because I always want this card to be live. So, yeah. Moving into the excessive amount of 1-ofs. I'm playing 1 Graydle Split, really good. 1 Grand Horn of Heaven, it's there, I guess. It's not that great against Cosmo, so I didn't play too many of these. I might eventually put it up to 3. If I can get 3, I'll find some eventually. 1 Nightmare, 1 Time Space, and 1 Bottomless. These are good. I like these. This is like, I feel like the best ratio, because if you time space like 5 cards and your opponent still gets 5 searches, like that's like, it's pretty good. but your opponent got 5 searches. So I wanted to be able to have this for negating the dudes, like in case they summon the unicorn thing. Just being able to negate it is really good, even though it doesn't destroy it. Like this card doesn't target, so you can still negate it. So that's what I feel is good. And also, like, this is good against a lot of rogue, where time space is also really good against a lot of rogue, but a lot of the time nightmare is probably better. And then 1 torrential, 1 solemn, and finally, sorry guys, I know the video just cut. Yeah, so anyways, my phone just got full of space, so the video cut itself. So I just went to go delete some recently deleted stuff that stays on there. So yeah, anyways, that's like the main deck. 6, so it's about 10, 16 trap cards, of those nice trap cards. 28, or sorry, 4, 8, 9 of the spell cards, and the rest of those cards. 15, is it 15 or 16? It may be a 41 card deck. That kind of sucks. 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 16. Okay, yeah, I guess, yeah, it's 16. So it's, I think 41 cards. I may have miscounted. It's whatever. But moving into the dudes, the fusions, the extra deck, the cool stuff. So we played double note and 1 Panzer Dragon. I don't want to lose to Maxi. I've been putting this on a lot of stuff, just so I could summon it and then not lose if my opponent Maxis me. 1 Zen mains, just generic ring 3s I wanted to play. 1 Mequit and 1 Nightmare. I think the one that's going to come up the most is the Zen mains, just in case my opponent, or if my opponent floodgates me out with like Soul Drain or Macro, I can just make this off of 2 Graydles, which is really good. Plus this also makes split a rank 3 play if you really wanted to. So yeah, I feel like those are like kind of the most important right now. Then I'm playing for rank 4s, 1 Rhapsody, Double Dweller. I'm still playing Double Dweller regardless of Jadal's NBA getting hit. I think it's super necessary. 1 Gaga Samurai, 1 Castel, 1 Diamond Dire, 1 Honor Arc, 1 Ragna Zero, and 1 Dark Rebellion. So yeah, that's like the entire main deck. Or not the main deck, what am I saying? That's like the extra deck. It's pretty cool. For the side deck, it is literally completely complemented to Magus Spectres, because this deck struggles against that deck. Because it plays Graydles. So we're playing double Majesty's Fiend. I play this in everything. This card's like good against everything. I almost want to main it, but that would be really bad. 1 System Down. This card's really good. It's really good against, what is that deck called? Cosmo. Because you can literally just activate this and banish all their shit, and they kind of just, like, they get really blown out. If they have, like, a board of, like, double Forerunner, Dark Destroyer or something, you can just put this on them, and they lose, like, all their resources. And it doesn't destroy or banish, or no, target, so it's really good. Moving into the Magispector Hate Wall. I'm playing double Wavering Eyes. This card's really good. I don't play a target for it, but it's just really good because it's really good going first and second. I think I've said this like so many times before, but being able to just be able to activate this on your opponent's turn is really, or on your own turn is really good, and then being able to activate it on your opponent's turn is also really good. So that's what I like about it. And then 1 Twister. That ulti is really nice. Just for like floodgate decks if really necessary, like being able to hit floodgates is really strong. And also for Magispector, like triple MST, it's kind of mandatory. And then 1 Fairy Wind. So in all we have a 7 card Magispector Hate Wall of just literally backward destruction. And I play Fairy Wind just in case you are going first, in which case you can just use it and activate it. Have it ready. Sorry if you hear that clicking in the background. Anyways, next we have Double Dark Fall. Just forget it's called Dark Trapple. It's called Dark Fall. You cannot search this off of Mermello, sadly. But this card's really good. I don't want to main it just because I felt like that would be pretty bad. So yeah, but it's still a really good card. Like if your opponent Pendulum summons 5, you can like sack their whole deck. So why not play it? 1 Trap Sound for Magispectors. Using this preemptively is really, really, really important. I'm guessing before you go for a play. This deck doesn't really go for power play because it's a very steady tempo, and like just control deck. Not even control. Yeah, I guess it is like a control deck. Not to the point where you're like controlling your opponent, but you're just trying to keep +1s over them. So it's kind of like a variant of Yugioh, in which you have more space to play other cards. So yeah. And the last card's just 1 macro, if you ever want to side in for whatever purpose. But yeah, anyways, that was the... Oh, God. Oops, I thought the video froze again. Anyways, but that was the deck profile. Thank y'all for watching. And this is the Phantom Armor signing out with the Vanities.